Good evening and welcome to tonight's top story. My name is Dan Everwild, and I'll be your reporter for tonight's top story. The military organization NATO recently conducted an operation within the country's borders on behalf of the Glacier military. NATO was tasked with locating information, reporting that back to their HQ, and letting the Glacier military take over from there. NATO's intended informational target was from an embedded militaristic militia members within the country's borders. During the operation, the strike team managed to entirely destroy 2 cities in a matter of only a couple of hours. Leaked footage of NATO's mission over the past evening was recently released to the public from an anonymous source. Video is from that of a helmet cam that was on one of the NATO soldiers at the time. The helmet cam footage contains footage of NATO soldiers firing rockets onto Glacier military tanks and helicopters. We believe that... Oh, wait just one moment, please. Alright, this just in, we are receiving new information now. It appears that NATO has posted a briefing by a military commander based here in Glacier, and they're transmitting a live stream now. We're going to go ahead and tap into that live stream for you.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Commander Felix DeVille. I'm the operating commander of the 838 Air Combat Task Force. At 2300 hours last night, a strike team from my strike unit was launched into an operating area to locate information and report back to me with that said information. During the operation, communications were lost with the strike team, and our personnel were unable to get hold of us. A strike team from the Glacier military was sent in to locate and recover the NATO strike team. Unfortunately, with no communications, the strike team thought that the Glacier military vehicles and helicopters were that of military defectors from the Glacier military, stealing the vehicles and aircraft and using them against the NATO forces within the area. It is with a heavy heart that I wish to report the death of 13 Glacier military personnel. The soldier that fired the ammunition that killed the soldiers has been put on administrative leave, and his contract is subject to termination and deportation back to the United States via NATO military. I would like to report that it is not our fault, but a breakdown in the communication circle is what caused this unfortunate event. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and please, no questions.
Well, that is certainly a strange way of putting things from the NATO military. Let's go ahead and switch it over to Skywatch now, and we're going to see what's going on around that military barricade put up by the Glacier military. Jeff, what do you see up there?
Well, Dan, not too much to say since we're sitting up here. We're currently sitting over the secured military area. We're not too allowed to get too much closer due to military-controlled airspace within the area. We're being told that we need to actually fly away as we're talking. We need to get further away from the scene. NATO, we can't say that NATO did a significant amount of damage to the area, but as you can see, the military is doing an outstanding job at securing the scene, and we're actually being tagged right now to leave. So we're going to go ahead and switch it over to Tyler down on the ground. So Tyler, go ahead and take it away.
Well, good evening, Jeff. Good evening, Dan. As you can see, I don't really have too much of a view down here either, as the military has blocked off the road to the area that they are securing. So it's blocked off into the scene of the area anyways. As you can see in front of me, there's a small troop of military soldiers that appears to be blocking the area along with an APC. Good news about all this is we've been sitting here at the humanitarian service IDAP has rolled up, and they are currently waiting to supply the military within the area food and water, as well as what appears to be transport and supplies. So that is one of the good things. So I guess back to you, Dan.
Well, thank you, Tyler. I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next story. In other news tonight, police standoff with armed civilians within the last week ended in disaster. More on that after the break.
We got guns, you better run.